Hello, y'all. It's 5:18 p.m. So I'm glad I'm in this room now. So I showed y'all the community post about Starbreaker bragging and laughing about finding out the hotel I was staying at and the restaurants and stuff like that. It's illegal what they're doing. It's really illegal. And of course, the other online perps have more gossip and lies and stuff to say about me. And J Demon Rotten Shit, who falsely calls herself now Mango Sugar. And she's been doing nothing but slander videos about me. And she was trying to, she's one of the ones who was trying to get me to sell out last year. So I refuse. And so, sometimes it's like, I don't know what I did for them to start back up the harassment again. But I got blog posts coming about them too. So, the Darius Hollins guy, yeah, I'm going to mention your name because you turned out to be so fake. You 8 years younger than me. You have no reason, business, authority, or right to try to talk to me how you talk to me. Or talk about me how you talk about me. So, I have... YouTube videos and blog posts about your abuse, about what you did to me and the way you treated me. So you go fry in hell with the rest of the perps, and it's like I figured you out. I figured you out, Darius. I mean, the fact that you would do something like try to go and follow the herd and be a copycat, I thought you had a mind of your own. So he did a freaking video about me, and I saw that 2 weeks ago he went on my twin sister's page and started defending and agreeing with her. And he also attacked me about the financial thing, the money thing, and the food thing, But you didn't say that I did stuff for you too, or whatever I could. So if you saw me in a hotel, the only time I eat good is when I have mostly, the rare few times I have rewarded myself, if I rewarded myself for, for hard work when I had a job or something. So, they're all gossiping about me and making jokes about me and stuff like that. But now, Darius, after all the videos that you saw about me, that I exposed, you stopped wanting to hear about my targeting. You started to act like you want to doubt me. And, you were very secretive and covert and sneaky with turning against me and betraying me while manipulating me and tricking me into thinking that we were still friends. So now you falsely accuse me of being a fake spy and an agent and a fake and all that. And I'm still putting up my evidence even as far as today. Every single day. I got my doggone evidence. So then he falsely accused me of witchcraft and saying, playing the victim and seeking sympathy is witchcraft. So that victim or survivor video where you called me an infection, I knew that was about me. Come on, admit it. Fess it up. So you manipulated the friendship and played all kinds of games and secretly pulled away from me. I really think that you came to me with an agenda, Darius. And then you sit there and talk about how, with all that you talking about, all that stuff, what you're talking about, you being scared. You be the first one to sell out at the right price. So you, it seemed like he was double-minded and twisted and manipulating and playing games and had me all confused. And it's him that's the freaking narcissistic abuser, because who the hell is going to tell someone 8 years older than them that tell me that, if I was going to work on a goal with a car, me getting a job and stuff, him trying to dictate that I shouldn't have a car and stuff like that is controlling and narcissistic. You wouldn't go tell anyone else don't get a car or that they should get rid of whatever car that they do have. So Darius tried to make it like as if I'm, a special kind of demon possessed and crazy. And then he tried to twist everything and make it like, Brandy's been telling it. Darius, I thought you were better and different than the type of person that would follow the herd. And so you don't want me to be scared, but you sitting there threatening me with lawsuits and threatening me to, I would do a video about you. He went to my twin sister and said, well, I would do a video about her and it would be righteous rebuke. Well, Darius, people have already been talking about you having a God complex. Your own sister say that you think you're bigger than God. That I think that you act like you think you're bigger, better, and higher than God. And you acting like that and defending and agreeing with my twin sister. No, you're not going to heaven. If I ain't going to heaven, you're not saved. So stop it. And then you try to make me fearful and scared of you. Threatening, throughout the whole fake friendship and everything. So he was the narcissistic abuser who had me trauma bonded with Stockholm syndrome. And you know what? I should have pulled away from him a long time ago. But you know what? I'm not scared of you no more. Because I figured you out. You wanted me to be fearful and you had me under control and had me all frightened and scared of you. And it's like you're 8 years younger than me and you shouldn't be trying to tell people off, trying to tell people off about themselves. And, you need to look at yourself. Because you recently left a voicemail of yourself threatening to kill someone. You left a voicemail on my phone threatening to kill someone. And yeah, I'm going to say it again. You told me over the phone you threatened to stab your twin brother last year. And you talk a lot of shit and you talk too much shit. And then you want to talk about me being reckless with my mouth? So, Darius, you want to join the perps? Go ahead. I busted you. You busted, Darius. You busted. And you know what? You want to copy off of, I see you copying off of other online perps too. It's like, you wouldn't be a real targeted individual and defend and agree with the perps. And then you think that being secretive and sneaky makes you more clever, smarter than everybody else. So I saw the video that you did about me this morning, and that victim or survivor video where you called me an infection, you later on was sneaky and giving me hints that you thought that video was about me. Then that day when you talk about your family being coons, you called me up that night and saying your family was about to sacrifice you or whatever. And then I didn't know that you were doing a video. So then you said, well, these fake ass TIs with these long ass videos. You admitted to me that you bragged and admitted to me over the phone that you've been secretly listening to my twin sister. And Darius, you're a traitor. You're a traitor and you fake as fuck. But I'm a doggone female and you a guy. And you have really, you don't care about somebody's emotional sensitivities and vulnerabilities and traumas and then still being targeted, harassed, and abused. I am not living good. I've been having to freaking ask for help. But Darius, you using projection, you falsely accuse me of making money off of you and perping you and using you as a meal ticket and stuff. But while you wait till over 1.5 years to confess that you thought this about me? No, all you did was secretly pull away from me and then start gaslighting me. It seemed like as if you went and took and used everything that I told you, you used that as a weapon against me. It's like as if you were gathering and collecting intel on me just to make it backfire and use it against me. Because in the first place, you made me. You want to talk about you trying to play the victim. Like no real targeted individual would say that. We all are doggone both victims fighting. We are victims fighting to survive. Fighting for our daily survival. And the fact that you that cold-hearted and cruel that you don't have any sympathy or empathy for another fellow TI, it sounds like either you've been a perp from the beginning or you secretly turned. Or you probably took that deal and you probably sold out at the right price. and you probably was scared and sold out at the right price after you got hit by the car. Because that was the turning point when it wasn't even immediately. It was, he started to slowly and gradually pull away and change and stuff. Like, and then when he told me in April about, he told me in April about, damn, I'm losing my train of thought. So, he bragged and admitted to me about hanging up in my face mid-conversation. He reversed everything on me, falsely accusing me of doing this and doing that to him and stuff like that. And, it seemed like, oh yeah, so now I remember what I was going to say. You want to threaten somebody and try to frighten and scare me with lawsuits? Bring it on. Just like you want to talk about, bring it. When you always, brag about how you're going to hurt somebody and do this and do that. And you really think so highly of yourself. So arrogant and conceited. And so then when me and him talked, when we talked in April about, he tried to make he kept making excuses and lying, talking about forgive me, I'm just not good at communication, or forgive me, I just need some time for myself, or forgive me, no, it's not you, it's just, and so he lied and said that I'm the liar, and he lied and said that, every time somebody tell you something you don't like, you block them and then call them a perp. That's not even true. Darius, you went and separated yourself from me. For no reason. In the first place, I didn't do you shit. I didn't do you nothing. I'm innocent. And then he tried to say that, yeah. So it's like he wanted to hop on the slander campaign bandwagon. And he falsely accused me of creating a slander campaign. What campaign? And I don't even have no flying monkeys or anybody really listening to me. So everybody's freaking ignoring me anyway. But Darius, you acting like... you really think you're working for the good, but you actually working for the enemy, and you know it. Why the hell would you talk about, this is the same thing that everybody else is saying about Candy? Yeah, the same thing that the perps have been saying about me. But you want to make it like as if I'm childish and that I think everything is all about me, and then you want to just go around thinking that you can punish people with plagues and lecture people all the time. But But then it's unfair that you waited till later on to finally scapegoat and blame me for you getting hit by a car. How, if I'm here in Pensacola, Florida, and you were in Los Angeles metro area. So then he tried to make it like he was always he did a few times, but he tried to make it like he was always paying, for my hotel rooms, and that I'm always in hotel rooms eating good, and try to say, and he tried to, call me crazy and demon possessed or something like that, and falsely accused me of witchcraft and stuff like that. But you sitting there parroting, Darius, I thought you were different. I thought you were different from the rest, and you were the one who tricked and played me. There's a lady walking slow on her phone, like she's trying to listen in on purpose, and her hair is kind of reddish. So I still have active, there was a point in time Darius was trying to tell me to take my videos down, or take a hiatus, or take a break, or stay off social media. And you know what? I was blind to a lot of his abuse and what he did to me. But yeah, I put it on my blog, and I have YouTube videos about his abuse towards me, and I should not have had to put up with that. If you want to say, that's the same thing, and then he tried to say, well, Candy is the one that's perping her twin sister, and Brandy's the target. How overnight you start to feel that way when me and you were just on the phone, and you, first of all, I thought mostly everybody in my circle did just that quick. I lost everybody behind Trisha. And so I thought I was trying to contact Darius to tell him what was going on, and sometimes he would lie to me and say that I'm the only one he was talking to. And he would, like, at first juice my head up and, do like, he's like another Trisha. Fake. He did like what she did, try to butter my head, try to butter me up and try to love bomb me and stuff like that. And then, well, he secretly pulled away and then started, with the gaslighting, projection and abuse and the lectures and everything. And, I've talked to I've been having like daily unwanted intrusive thoughts and panic attacks about him, concerning him. And it's like, he even dealing with him, I feel like he messed me up worse than what Trisha did. He pulled another Lisa Ruby and Tracy Broadhurst on me. He's a religious narcissist, thinking that he got the power and authority to execute judgments and punishments on people all the time. Like, sit the fuck down. And then he started making like I aired out all his family business and stuff like that, which wasn't true. All because I said that you threatened to stab your twin brother, but you want to call yourself all saved and everything. Yeah, and you do mix Black Hebrew Israelites and and Pentecostal. And he tried to say, oh, what you trying to say? I'm a charlatan? I'm a charlatan? Well, yeah. Well, I wasn't even thinking like that, but yeah, all religious narcissists are a charlatan. How the hell you gonna do something dirty like backstab another TI, and then you try to make like as if I'm lost because I'm a Christian and believe in Jesus Christ, and then I was in a cult and I was damaged. And then when I said that it seemed like he gathered intel on my traumas and targeting just to use that as a weapon against me, and like in the beginning, he used to go to bat for it and defend me. I've done videos talking about him before. Because like when he hung up in my face that day, it was on my biological mom Frances' birthday. And the biological mom Frances is deceased. So, you ain't perfect and you ain't no better than me. So, you are super high-minded and conceited. And you, the very same pompous and arrogant that you call others, you sitting there, you're not treating me the way you would want to be treated. We never even discussed before about being, if being treated, being treated a certain way. If we're sabotaged, Darius, and the reason why, you're not even homeless. Well, I don't know if you are now, but, if you don't have the same challenges that I do, I'm disabled. You're not. So, of course, our needs would be different. So now you want to act like you want to join in on the slander campaign. You want to join in on a slander campaign against me, following the leader, following the herd. But I know how and then he falsely accused me of being a distinct, special kind of manipulative. No, you're mad because I figured you out. Just like Trisha, all y'all bitches are fake. Narcissistic, gay, nefarious Darius. And then you want to freaking use religion as a cover-up and hide. But Darius, you the one who's been acting like a perp towards me ever since more like January of last year, 2021, when you secretly pulled away. I didn't do you nothing. And you want to hurt somebody that's already damaged and hurt. How low are you? That you feel like you don't have any pity or sympathy towards somebody who truly is hurting. And I hope that you will be I hope that you will be convicted about the abusive way you treated me, because you lost a good friend. You betrayed a good friend and you lost a good friend. I was there for you and supportive of you and looked at you as a brother that my other 5 brothers couldn't be or wouldn't be. But then you were a snake. You were a freaking snake. A snake. Very stealthy. And go ahead with your fake righteous rebuke. All you're going to do is vomit up everything my twin sister said anyway. You don't have anything special to say. But you and Tony H, fake ass phony, just because I said that if y'all that much younger than me and I tell y'all, I don't want y'all people to be, talking to me a certain way and stuff like that. And then you want to talk about, oh, you're very demanding. You're very demanding with how you want to be treated. I'm not demanding. I'm just saying that, well, just like it, at first he lied to me and made it like as if I could talk to him about anything and that nothing really triggers or bothers him. Then he wait till after that phone conversation in April, that's when he started to say that I said certain things that sounded perp-like or triggered him. Well, how would I know if you never told me? And you didn't have to get mad or yell either. But he tried to talk about in April that conversation was long overdue. And it wasn't even a conversation. He was telling me off for like quite a few hours. You approached me first. Just like Miss Samantha, Tony H, Monique, Uniquely Made Warrior, Trisha, all y'all approached me first. And now y'all try to make it like I'm the pest who get on y'all nerves. I don't know what it is about that made you flip on me secretly. But then you trying to make it like, oh, I'm not going to do videos about you. Oh, I'm above that. And, well, you did videos about me. Because I knew right away when you started that video calling me an infection and stuff. I knew right away. I mean, that's harsh, pretty harsh, abrasive, and hateful. And I didn't do you anything. We never got into an argument. And even then, we still never got into an argument because everything was still always one-sided with you trying to tell me off about myself. So, excuse me, when you told me off about myself in May of 2021, when you tried that 4 or 5 hour lecture, when you told me off about myself, because I was wondering, I thought everybody on Twitter was being fake. And then you took that personal, because I'm like, wow, I'm screaming out for emotional support and help. And it's like, where is everybody? And then I don't know why he took it like as if I was talking about him, and I didn't even mention his name or nothing. And it wasn't about him. So I did not realize that I thought I was being ignored, but I didn't realize I was being shadow banned. And someone on Twitter had recently, a day or two ago had proved to me that I've been shadow banned, like heavily shadow banned, just like I am on YouTube. Like they want to thumbs down my YouTube videos on purpose so that my truth can't get out. So it's like, how can Darius falsely say Candy's the perp and Brandy's been targeted and Brandy's been telling the truth the whole time? I think he's saying that fake shit on purpose just to try to get underneath my skin and try to make me go crazy and ruin my mental health. And Darius, you're using projection and been gaslighting. So who the hell wants to hear a 4 or 5 hour lecture trying to tell me off about myself and I'm 8 years older than you? And I have a right to stand up and say, no, I do not. And that ain't demanding how I want to be treated. You don't have the authority or the right to lecture me. Who the fuck you think you are? You ain't nobody. And then you want to talk about that I ought to consider you a rarity of a friend when you were a fake traitor first. And then he wanted to try to tell my twin sister about me not being loyal and stuff when you were the first to start with the disloyalty and fakery. And then you think that you can try to frighten and use fear-mongering to try to act like a monster and try to frighten and scare people with your fake-ass over-exaggerated fake temper. You have no authority over me whatsoever. And you're delusional if you think you're saved and blessed. Because you're working for the devil, Darius. And how the hell you turn around and scapegoat me like it's my fault that you got hit by a car? And at first he was pointing the finger and acting like he didn't know who to blame. So, and also he did that fake video back in February talking about, oh, I have this thing called loyalty. I'm not going to sit up here like another T.I. and talk bad about my family members when you have talked bad about your family. Calling them coons and stuff. coons and coonishas. But you're the fucking sellout coon. You're the very same coon sellout. I never sold out. And I never betrayed anybody. If you hurt me first, I'm going to tell what you did to me. And you made it like I don't have a right to do videos or about nobody or speak the truth about your abuse or anybody else's abuse. And talking about, oh, T.I. shouldn't throw each other under the bus. Well, Darius, you're acting like a doggone perp. So if you act like a perp and act abusive, and you hurt me and ruin to the point where it damages and affects my mental health, I don't know what make you think that I'm manipulative, using my disability to manipulate, but you saying that after I expose you using my disability and manipulating the friendship and stuff. But now you sitting there, you are no better than the perps joining in on the slander campaigns. And then, trying to get my twin. You want to try to go run to my twin sister and everything. So, the fact that I found out you a perp, Darius, well, that you a sold out perp, and then was using projection. I bought you. I got you a care package after you got your hit by a car, and when I was working, I got you because I think it was right around the time I quit the job, or it was right before that, or somewhere around there. I sent you a card and some money and stuff like that too. But then he would go on secret random moments to ignore me and stuff, and act just a certain kind of weird. But I'm glad that I'm not using my phone data outside. So I'm glad to get this off my chest and use the library Wi-Fi.